Hey, this is Dylan with Dylan Talks Tone, and today we're going to talk live on YouTube's about some of the final little inspection stuff we do, maybe some reasons why we build the way we build and what we use, and maybe answer any questions you might have, kind of on the fly. I don't know. We're going to leave it kind of open. I needed to do this work this morning anyway, so I figured I would just do it live and share it with y'all. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come over here and open up the live streaming chat on the YouTubes over here. And then that way, if y'all want to join me and ask any questions or anything, you are free to do that, and I will do everything I can to keep up and then still get what we need to get done here. So this guitar, so for those of you that don't know, the custom guitars that you order from Dylan Talks Tone, you can basically put a down payment on them and then take up to 90 or 180 days to pay depending on the situation. And then when you pay it off, then we ship it. So this guitar actually was purchased New Year's Eve, I think. And so he paid it off this week, and so we're going through the final setup stages to get it in the mail to Texas. So I'm pretty excited to be able to share this with this guy. This is a great guitar. Let me see if I have a pick in my pocket. So one of the things we do is when somebody orders a guitar from us, I give them a lot of options. Like when it comes to, a lot of times somebody will say to me, well, do you build the guitar a certain way? I like that guitar, except it doesn't have such and such. Maybe somebody wanted this guitar, but they wanted it with a neck pickup in it. Maybe they wanted a pick guard on it. Maybe they wanted, I won't change major stuff like necks and stuff. Especially on in-stock guitars. But, what if we wanted a three-way instead of a four-way switch? What if we wanted a different string weight? Like this guy wants 11s on his guitar. So we went ahead and put 11s on it and reset it up. And it's awesome. It feels really good. It plays really well. So it's really just super fun. So what we do is when we get the guitar finished, basically I go through everything. We make sure that we go back through again and double check the setup. I actually will remeasure everything. We'll check for high frets again. We'll check for, I just super double check everything. We'll check for high frets again. We'll check the fretboard relief. We will check the nut slots. On this one, they had to be modified because we went to an 11 string. And as you recall, I actually used this guitar with 7s on it for a video about having 7s, using 7, small gauge strings. Maybe after this goes up to YouTube, I'll go back and put a little one of those cards in so you can go watch that video. It's pretty cool. And then we go ahead and check all the hardware. We check, make sure, like the knobs aren't loose. Make sure, we just go through everything. I don't want to be one of those guitar builders that forgets about some sort of quality control thing. And then what I really want it to happen is I really would love for you to be able to pull this guitar out of the case and just be ready. You know what I mean? So we check intonation, all that stuff. And then when I'm finally done with it, before we are ready to put it in the case, then I actually serial number the guitar. And so we serial number every guitar based on the date that the purchase was final, which is basically the closest date to when it actually leaves the shop. So we do that, and then actually a lot of times what I'll do, depending on where the guitar goes, but If a person buys this and it's for them and it's not like going to shop inventory somewhere, then we'll actually make the initials of the person that bought it first, the first purchaser of this guitar, will have their initials in the serial number, because I keep a running log of every guitar we've ever built, and so I like to follow them, kind of a registry, because some of them have sold, some of them changed hands, moved around, so we try to follow that as much as possible. I like to know where these things go and why people sell them. If somebody's like, well, I ended up not liking it, or whatever, it's kind of a quality control thing in the long term. I like to make sure that everybody's happy with the stuff, so we keep them. We keep that. As far as resale goes, it's interesting. I've had a couple of people buy guitars and then resell them to other people, but it's not been that often. Usually people keep them, and I would probably attribute that to the fact that we try to be super specific. I always tell people, I'm not building a guitar that you buy. I'm building a guitar for you. There's a difference. We don't sell guitars. Like, I guess that's the thing. We don't sell guitars. We build them for people, specifically. And so a lot of times I'm actually working with a customer more than I am the guitar. The guitar will come out fine. I don't care about that. We build a good product. That part of it doesn't matter to me. But what I want to do is I want to find a customer that goes with the guitar. So if it's a guitar we've already built, I spend a lot of time, well, I'm really interested in this particular guitar, blah, blah, blah. Are you really? So let's talk about what you're really looking for, and make sure that you are a good match for this guitar. I've actually told people, and sounds sort of weird, but I've actually told people, you know what? I'm not going to sell you this guitar because I think it's not what you're looking for. And they've gotten really offended by that, and they've said, well, you don't know what I'm looking for. I'm like, well, I built this with a vision to make a person happy, and it appears that you and I don't go well together, or the guitar and you may not go well together. You may be unhappy. And I would rather just head that off at the pass instead of put a guitar in somebody's hands and then be like, it wasn't that good, and have to deal with all of that. So I did that one time. And it's probably a result of that. I sold a guitar to a guy. I built a guitar for him, and he wasn't happy with it. And I'm not going to blame him. I blame myself because I didn't build a good enough relationship with the buyer. I didn't make sure that the buyer had a good enough relationship with the instrument before we even went down that road. I gave him his money back, So, and then I almost immediately sold that guitar to somebody else because they connected with it. So it's hard to not just noodle on a guitar while it's in your hands, right? Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you, kind of what we do and a little bit of the philosophy. I don't talk about guitar builds that much. We don't talk about building guitars, and I don't talk about what we sell around here very often on the YouTubes. So I just wanted to share that a little bit this morning. And I figured going live about it would be fun. So I hope everybody has a great day. Keep in touch with us, and also check us out on our YouTube channel. Monday nights at 9 o'clock. We do that live show every Monday night at 9 p.m. And then we also have, you can listen to it live. You can listen to it live on kprlive.com as well. So that's a thing that we do. I hope everybody has a great day. It's Friday, going into the weekend. If you have a video or a question or something that you want me to make, if you have a question or anything about guitar tone, about guitar builds, about anything that we've talked about or stuff we haven't talked about today, leave a note in the comments, and we'll try to make a video just for you. My name is Dylan. This has been Dylan Talks Tone live. It's kind of interesting doing it this way. I love it. I should do it more. Let me know if you want me to do it more this way. I know this was just chatting, but if we want to do something live and make sure that we get some good content out to you, I don't mind doing it live. Maybe we do another live Q&A thing. Maybe we do some build stuff, make some pickups live. I don't know. Whatever you have an idea, you let me know, and we will talk to you all very soon.